It's daybreak out here. Quickly. Such a heavy dew, it's all over the windows. Grab some of that. Some of that dew off the windows. Can't see anything. Day 5 of the early muzzleloader season. It's just now getting light enough to see around the fields, and I don't see anything anywhere. Just getting light. Little Whitey and her kid sister. Yeah, Whitey, kid sister, and mom came out in the fields, but they're right over here next to, close to the house. They don't normally, they go into the woods a lot there, but they rarely ever come out there. I was just looking out the window, kind of daydreaming, and look around to my side, and about 60 yards off to my side, they're standing there. Well, this has been the 5th day of the early muzzleloader season. It's kind of quiet. But you know, if you watched the video on deer season opening day, and I kind of tried to explain to her what's going on this deer season and why it's different to what's normal, what's normal for me for my deer hunting. But normally, first part of the season, we'd be up in the mountains, camped out, hunting the big woods, the big mountains, big woods, big national forest. And when I go there, you hunt, you still hunt, you hunt on the move. And in other words, you're not sitting and waiting on them to come to you. I'm not sitting and waiting on them to come to me. I'm trying to roust them out or go find them where they live. What you're trying to do. And normally here on the farm, you just don't, bucks don't normally live here. You can go late winter, all spring, all summer, early fall, not see a buck. They just generally don't live here. But along come fall, when the rut starts getting closer, bucks just start showing up. And when the rut comes on, in the peak of the rut, when the rut then really full swing, you get quite a few bucks that show up, and normally I get a couple of good bucks each year. But I said normally they're not here. They're just not here. They don't live here. So in the first part of the season, we're normally up in the mountain. Like I said, I'm still hunting. You're in the big woods, going to the bucks. You're trying to go to the deer, not waiting on them to come to you. And then by the time we get out of the mountain and get back down here to the farm, it's getting about time of the year for the bucks to start showing up here in the fields. And the waiting game starts. In other words, the stand hunting. You're sitting and waiting on them to come to you. as opposed to being up in the big woods and you're going to them. You're trying to find them. You're going to the deer. Here, you're waiting on them to come to you. And I'm getting the waiting game started earlier this year because I'm not up in the big woods camped out and still hunting up there. So I just got to think about, just not seeing the deer activity that you normally see while here at the farm. And I thought, well, no wonder. I'm out here a lot earlier than you normally would be. That's part of it. I'm out here early playing the waiting game earlier than you normally do. But a few minutes ago, like I said, my 3 regulars, that's Whitey, her baby sister, and her mom were 3. They're here a lot. They're out here a lot. Getting hiccups. But anyway, they fed around all the fields, getting clover and various weeds or whatever. And they finally worked their way up there to the food plot. The food plot has got, several different things in it, but one of the primary things in it's oats. Got oats in it. They finally walked over in that food plot. You've heard the expression, well, some horse is acting up or something. They say, well, he's feeling his oats. They walked into that food plot. That little baby sister, the little fawn, this year's fawn, took a few bites of oats and came unglued. Talk about feeling its oats. Lord have mercy. It took off. It was making laps around and around the food plot, leaping and carrying on, and then it took off just back and forth right through the middle of the food plot. Big high leaps, It'd run up through the food plot up the little slope on this side, and then take off flying back over here, and it'd leap over the creek, run up the steep bank into the woods, turn around, fly back again, over and over and over and over and over, around and around and around and around. It was feeling good. And Mama just stood there watching it like, have you lost your mind? So finally it came over to Whitey, its older sister. And Whitey sat there and took that paw, whopped it on top of the back like, settle down. And then it went over to its mama, and it was like it was wanting to butt heads with its mama. I mean, that little rascal was feeling its oats. That was cute. And they just now left the field with that little one still going somewhat ballistic. Anyway, it was cuter than all get out. I should have got the camera out, I guess, and videoed it, but you're sitting there watching it and you think, what's going to end any second? As it turned out, I probably would have had enough time to get the camera on me, but I didn't know that, and I didn't want to miss the show. So I sat and watched that little rascal put on a display. So I didn't want to miss the show that little rascal was putting on, so I didn't dig out the camera. That was cute. Now feels back quite as a church mouse. So. Said it's really early in the season for bucks to be moving here at the farm. So. And it's nice weather. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's not blistering cold or anything, but it's cool. But it's warm up in the day. I don't know how much longer that's going to last. Not long, I'm sure. So I'm thinking very seriously about hooking the boat up and going fishing a while this afternoon. I haven't been fishing since the season opened, so let's say this is 5th day, so it's been a week since I've been fishing. Boy, it's a long time for me. That's a long time for me. So, I think I might just forego the afternoon hunt. Fish a while this afternoon. Yep. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'll sit around here a while longer. Wait until the sowing period's over anyway. Wait for the sowing period to wind down and for air temperature to warm up a bit. And I think this old boy's going to go to the lake. See if we can find a fall striper. I like catching those rascals. Well, I had left quickly, headed toward the house, and I saw this little buck come out. I've never seen him before. He's a cowhorn spike. I don't believe I've ever seen him before. That makes at least 6 bucks. Diane's going to be leaving here in a few minutes. I know she's going to spook him off. Well, I'm getting all packed up. And was going to the house. And I looked over. Actually, I got plumb out of it quickly and was almost halfway over to the barn and looked upon the south ridge. This buck stepped out. That's the buck I just showed you, that little cowhorn. I'll be daggum, I look upon the big hill and there's another buck. I got ready to leave. The 2 bucks come out in Alaska, and I have not seen either one of these bucks before. I have not seen these bucks. That one over there is a cowhorn spike. This buck has got, I'll be daggum, there's another one that's got mismatched horns. A strange looking set of horns. He's a fork horn, best I can tell, but the right hand fork is a big Y like this, you know. The right hand, it's long, and his left is straight with just a little old split on the end. He's a nice, he's a pretty buck. He's not a baby. He's got a little bit of age on him. He just got, man, this is the year of the strange horns. That's the 3rd buck that I've seen this year. It's got weird horns, but I've never seen it. Actually, on his right side, he's a 3-point. One of those wide branches has got a little fork on the end of it, a tiny little fork on the end of it. That's crazy. I don't think you'll be able to see it in here, but I'm going to try to put the camera on him. I think he's far enough away that you're not going to be able to tell anything about him, but we'll see. Up here at the very top. All right, where'd you go? Where did you go anyway? Well, there he is. He's standing right there. I don't think you can tell anything about his horns on the camera. Through the spotting scope, you can see him just fine. Come on, boy, raise your head back up there. But that is weird. By the time I get ready to leave, I left too quickly. $2. Boy, you just never know, do you? That's at least 7 different bucks. That's another thing that makes deer hunting as fascinating as it is. It's what it is, because it can change in a heartbeat, in an instant. Things can change. Slow day yesterday. It's slow this morning. So boom, boom. $2. They're small bucks, and I'm not going to shoot either one of them, but they are bucks. I won yesterday. Well, that's a nice buck out there in that food plot yesterday. These others these are small boys, but they're boys. That's amazing. That is amazing. How quickly things can turn around. That little fellow up there, he's got a decent sized body on him. And those horns, it makes a pretty good trophy. They're strange looking little thing. That's $3 bucks. It's that strange looking horns on them that I've been out here this year. It's crazy. So I reckon I'll sit around here a while longer. Well, this has really been a year of oddball racks, I'll tell you that. That little rascal there, that's 3 deer. Highly unusual, small but highly unusual racks this year. Mismatched on either side. They don't even really, one side don't even remotely look like the other. Goodness gracious. Looking at him through this spot scope, I mean. He's a cute little fella. Maybe his big brother will show up here, his daddy or his granddaddy. Well, 5th day of the early muzzleloader, November the 8th. I just got back out to Quigley for the last little bit of daylight. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and one of the things I just got through doing, I had a couple thousand more walnuts that I needed to bag up. That I had hauled out, and I needed to put in bags and put up in the barn to stay dry, but I'll put up a video pretty soon on the walnut business. But anyway, I just got back out here quickly, and I swear, man, I burned up. It's 80 degrees today. Last week it was 25. Huh. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, it's plumb hot today. So I will sit here and cool off and watch fields a while. Well, only a few more minutes of daylight left, or shooting light left. Here on the 5th day of the early muzzleloader season. The only thing I've seen since I come back out here at Quigley this afternoon has been one doe. That's all I've seen so far. But so many times, just in the last minute or two, buck shows up. I've certainly had that happen before. You never give up, as long as there's legal time to hunt, stay at it. I'll tell you one something, where it got so warm the last couple of days, the ladybugs and the flies have had a field day. Man, I got to clean up the Quigley every time I come out here. When I went down to the barn a while ago to sack up the walnuts, hey, old Mosey, in the part of it that I use for my shooting benches, oh my goodness. Flies and ladybug. You gotta go down there, and I've certainly got to spend some time cleaning them up. They're laying around by the gazillion. But it's worth being just a nice day. How on earth would you beat it? It's approaching the middle of November. And it's just downright nice. That's all I can say. So, I'll watch. I'll keep an eye out for maybe about 10 more minutes. And call it a day. Here it is, day 6 of the early muzzleloader season, and I'm taking once again the scenic route out to the Quigley. Go down along by the woods and swamp. Just enjoy the early morning. Well, I made it out here to Quigley. Just cracking daylight. Get the lights on in the house. Kind of a dramatic looking morning. Where's the clouds and all? But it is warm. Hell, Mosey. It's 60 degrees here on the 9th of November. 60 degrees. Daylight. Heavens, Betsy. I have scanned all the fields with binoculars. I don't see anything yet. So we're just going to watch the fields here for a few hours and see what happens. I don't know how this extra warm weather is affecting the deer, if at all. Who knows? But I do know it's warm. It has surely been a quiet morning. Other than a few songbirds tweeting, it has been quiet. And just a minute ago, I don't know if you hear or not, the first crow. Crows weren't even squawking this morning. I've been steady looking, steady glassing. Steady glassing around. Not a sign of any sort of movement. Not a sign of any kind of movement yet. But the solar period don't start up. I think it's, I have to look here and see, but I believe that don't even start till about 8 o'clock. Let me take a quick look here. See when that's going to start. Well, sometimes that can have a heck of an influence on wildlife, fish, and game movement. It's yep, 8 to 11. So let's just see what happens. Nothing has happened so far outside the solar period. So let's just see, hang around. We'll hang around out here at Quigley until at least 11. Just give it a good whirl. See what's going on. It's normally around here. It's in November. The teen days are normally the peak of buck movement. But I've lost track of how many bucks I've actually seen this year. I've seen several, 7, 8, 9, something like that. Different bucks. Two of them I probably should have taken, but I didn't. So we'll just keep a looking. There's a buck over here. Just come running out. I mean, he comes running out into the field. Get the spot and scoop up here and get a better look at him. That little buck was probably a 3.5-year-old. He's mature but young. 7-pointer. He's a pretty little fella. But he actually come running out of the woods out there, crossing that little field. Stopped and got him a few bites of something, and when he left, he took off running again. I mean, he wasn't being chased or anything. He wasn't running from something. Probably the ruts got him all tore up. He might not even know what he's running and trying to find, but he's running looking for something. It is a lot of fun sitting and watch these little guys. And on the heels of that 7-pointer, matter of fact, pretty much following right in his tracks, is another buck. I think he's a Cowhorn Spike, I think what he is. Huh. What about that? We're having a heck of a drought up here in the pastures are brown. But that little old swag right over there got quite a bit of green in it, quite a bit of clover. They like that, I reckon. Whoa, we need some rain. We need some rain bad. That's a younger buck, and he's a, I took a look at him through the spot scope. He's a, what I call a Cowhorn Spike. I called my wife and I said, "Look out the back door, and you got a buck standing right in your face." Both those bucks are way out of range of my Tennessee poor boy muzzleloader. But if I really wanted them, I could get out and quickly put a stalk on them, I reckon. But I don't want either one of those bucks. But if from the house, I just step out on the back porch, and I got there right in your lap, right there. Yeah, it'd be right in the lap, but it's odd. I mean, you don't generally see near as many bucks on this ridge as you do over here, and I haven't seen anything over here this morning. Sowing period hadn't even got started yet, and I've seen 2 bucks over here. It's hard to say what the day might bring. We're going to find out, though. I just said I haven't seen anything over on the main ridge, the big mountainside. I looked up there just now, and 3 deer, my usual 3 does, I'm sure, they come running down across the field, ran right by the food plot and into the woods here, and looking back behind them. I don't know if a coyote, buck, or what, but something had them spooked. Now he's come up here and offered me a good muzzleloader shot. But I don't want to take him. But He has offered me that's a good muzzleloader shot right there. A Tennessee poor boy, get him. I'm sure he knows where he wants to go. Well within muzzleloader range. Now if he was just a bit bigger, boy. Keeps getting closer and closer. He's getting him a drink. Well, that was a little fun, a little bit of fun, kind of interesting. That little spike came from about 250 yards or so away. Come practically right under me. He offered me many opportunities for Tennessee poor boy with a patched round ball, but I don't want him. He made him grow up. He's cute though, he's fun to watch. Sun came out, clouds kind of burned off. Breeze picked up a little bit according to the weather forecast. Supposed to be downright breezy today, but so far it's been big calm. Until a minute or two ago, a little bit of breeze kicked up, but it's calmed back down again now. We're into the solar period, so let's see how far into it we are. We're 42 minutes into solar period. So. We'll see what happens. Well, I hadn't seen anything for the past hour or so. I think I might head to the house and have a bowl of oatmeal with that good-looking woman of mine. Season is young yet, so. I'm gonna hang in there. I'm gonna be try to be a little bit picky about the bucks that I shoot. I'm gonna hold out. I fully expect to get 2 decent bucks and 3 does this year, so we'll find out. But it's early in the season. I don't wanna shoot just any old buck. I prefer to take. I'm not a trophy hunter, but I prefer to take a deer that's been around a while. It's got a little age on it. But I don't like to shoot off the young boys. But anyway, I think I'll call it a morning and go grab a bite to eat. Windows all shut up here. Well, back for the afternoon vigil. Get a couple of windows opened up here. Rangefinder, the Vortex rangefinder I had. Take a few readings around here. I about forgot what some of them are. Sort of refreshed my memories to what's what, how many yards is where. It's hard to believe that here it is, the 9th November. I'm here hunting in short sleeve shirt. T-shirt and short sleeve shirt. Like I said, last week is in 20. Weather's kind of like deer. You never know what to expect. Well, only a few minutes of shooting hours left. And so far this afternoon, I've seen 0, nothing. Not a doe, not a turkey, nothing. Quiet as a church mouse. So I'll give it a few more minutes and head to the house and hit it again tomorrow.